Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to work some more on our August journal for Night Owl Collage. And this is the Western Gold Digital Kit with the Ephemera bundle. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other videos. We did the first video to this the other day. Can't remember just which day, but you can hop back on and watch that one if you haven't seen it yet. And I'll just do a quick flip through to where we're at so far. So this is our cover. Today is the perfect day to be happy, and we have just a little journal card. And then in the front pocket, we have a piece of cardstock. It's not super duper heavy, but it's a little bit heavier. So that just gives the pocket a little bit more stability. And you can also journal on the back of it. The front of it's glittery, but the back of it's plain. So that just sits in there. Makes it a little more sturdy, and it gives us 2 spaces for journal cards. So I just used a piece of coffee dyed paper, and one of the papers that come with the kit, this was cut off. So I just used that for journal paper or journal card, whatever you might want to call it. And I just rounded the edges. And then this, because the colors in this kit are so pretty, I just thought I would use some of the colored copy paper and just make some little journaling pages out of it. So that's in there. There'll be a lot of journaling space in here. Then this is one of the pages, and this was a cutoff, so I just glued it on here. You can flip it back and journal on it, and then you can journal underneath on the bag, and I just glued these down. Over here I did this as a side tuck, and it's one of the papers. The whole page is the guitars and the wreaths. And again, I just did some of the printer paper, and I just used my pinking shears and pinked the edges. And on this page, I just used the little postcard as a pocket, and this as a little journaling card. And the rest of the page can also be journaled on. This over here is an envelope. And inside we have, I think it's 10 sheets of paper, lined paper for journaling. And then I stuck this little journal card in there, and it's just the paper. Try that in a small town, and I like the pickup truck. Then on the envelope, I didn't put Velcro. With the journal closed, it would stay shut, but we just put the little paper clip on there just to be sure. And then this is a belly band, so I just used some of the copy paper, folded it over, and rounded the corners. And you can put other stuff under there. There's plenty of room. And on this page, I didn't do anything with this page because I like the page itself. So you can journal on here. You could put a little picture on there, anything that you wanted. Over on this side, this is a lot of journaling space. I just used, this was a regular pocket, and I just tore it to make a corner pocket. This is some more of the paper that matches this. So this was something like how the page would be. And then I just cut them in strips. On this, I used my notch punch, and I made the fancy design. On this, I just rounded the corners, so these will be the little journal cards, journal papers. Then on this, I glued this down. This was like a little journal card, but I made a pocket out of it and just put another one of these in. All right, now on this page, all we're going to have, this is a lot of journal space, and we're just going to put a little pocket with a little tag. Oh, I'm tearing my pocket. So this is just a little pocket that comes with the kit, so I'm going to glue that down there, and we'll just have this to go in. This is one of the little tags. We'll just have to see how far into the journal we get today. We're not going to finish it today. I already know that. There's too much left to do. So I'm going to put this down in this corner. And then journal space on there. I didn't put a little topper on it. I didn't put a little topper on any of them. I'll have to see if I do when it's all done. I'll have to think about it. Now on this page, we're going to do a couple little pockets. And these are just like little journal cards, but I'm going to use them as little pockets. So this page is one of the journaling pages. So you'll have all the rest of this space here that you can write on, and then you'll have two more of the little tags. So we'll glue this one down first. And how's everyone doing today? Hopefully good. Just want to make sure I stay up where I'm supposed to in the camera. Once in a while I get down a little far. And then we'll stick this in here. And then I can see for sure where my next one goes. I don't want to... Let's see. See how far that'll work all right. I should probably let that dry just a little bit. Okay, so let's see. I think it'll be all right about there. Yeah. Let me just use my ruler, because these are kind of small to begin with. Just make sure I can open it up a little bit for it to go in there. Oh, and I think I probably should round the corners. I forgot to do that. So let me do that now. You round the corners, it helps them to go in there easier. I'm thinking I might have to trim just a little tiny bit off. Didn't think I made my glue go out that far. Well, we'll just trim a little. So there we go. I just barely trimmed it. So I rounded my corner again, and it goes down in there nice now. Okay, so there's that page, and then you have all this journaling space. Now on this page, I didn't want to really do anything with this either. This is part of the design, the boots, and I really liked that. So I just put the cat on and the little butterfly. I just fussy cut that out of one of the pages, and then the little butterfly was part of the ephemera. Oh, that's what I'm feeling. I couldn't figure out what I was feeling. It's the tag. So this page I'm just going to leave. There's a lot of journaling space. If there was some way you wanted to decorate the fence, you could. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we could just put some yellow. Yeah, we'll do that. I have to grab, let's see, I have some here. I'm going to put it on with Fabri-Tac. We'll put we'll put the yellow ones across there since it's a yellow background. And that'll just dress up this page a little bit more. So we'll just put one there, and one there, and one there. And it'll go with our flowers. And these are flat enough that it won't hurt anything as far as journaling or making extra space in the journal. It'll almost look like you have little lights on there or something. There we go. Yeah, I think that's cute. That dresses it up a little bit more. Okay. So that's that page. Now on this page, I'm going to use this, and we're going to do a belly band. So this is one of the strips like we did on the other page, and I'm just going to put it in the center, so I'm going to glue across the top and the bottom. I inked some stuff for this journal. I didn't ink a lot of stuff. Okay, and then to go under there, I used a piece of cardstock and another piece of the cowboy material. Now I think I'm going to try my glue stick on this one. The cowboy boot, I should say, paper. And then on the back of the journaling card, this is light enough that you can journal on it. You can write on either side of the belly band. And that fits under there nice. Okay, next page. Now I cut out some kitty cats, put around on here, a couple kitty cats, and this little welcome sign. And then we're going to have a little pocket. And then under the pocket, this is just a piece of the cat paper. It's one of the pages, and then I put some writing paper in here. And I didn't staple it though. We can just run a little bead of glue, because I don't have my stapler in here. We can run a little bead of glue. Well, we better do it on the back of the page though. Otherwise, I'll glue the little booklet shut. We'll just get that in the center. And I guess I could probably erase my pencil mark that's in there. Let me open this out flat. And I'll just put a little on here. It's the same size as the other paper. We'll just lay that down in there and close it. Okay. And that's going to go in our pocket. So I'm only going to glue the two sides. This is really a cute kit. If you're interested, I have Amber's links below. So you can go and check out her Ko-fi store and whatever else she has going on there. And we're going to put that in there. Now I have that little I don't understand what I am seeing here on my paper. That's supposed to go in the pocket. I think I took a picture. I know what I'm doing. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. To decorate the front of this, I'm going to put this brown lace across it. And then creativity takes courage. That's what I'm doing. Couldn't figure out. I knew I didn't want my lace going across them. Like I've said before, you know, you let something lay for a couple of days and you just got to look at it again. At least anyways I do. Now I'll just put a little bit more glue down here. Okay, come on, glue. There we go. Now just kind of dab that a little bit so I don't glue my pages together. Okay, so the thought was, seeing how I had a cat pocket down here, I'd just add a couple up there, and that would also go with the little booklet. So we have writing space there also. Okay, now we're to our center. Here we have the paper bag, and on this side I'm going to have a couple pockets, and then on this side I'm going to have a cover, like it's going to be a belly band. But before I do, it's going to be on this side. The pockets go here and the belly band's going to go here. So before I do my pockets over here, I need to put my belly band on first, because these two pages have to go in together. It's just the way it was laid out. All right, because this is going to glue over here on this page. So this is going to glue to this page, and I put a little kitty cat down here. Let me read my my notes. Okay, let's see. This one is the top, so we'll do this one first. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this. I'm going to glue my flap to this. I'm going to have a little pocket, but I want this to come up where you can journal underneath it. It'll be like hidden journal space. And then this pocket is going to sit down in here. It's going to sit all the way. And it's going to just glue on these sides. So I think what I need to do is go back to the other page and just glue a little bit at the top. I'm sure I'm confusing everybody and they can't figure out what I'm doing, but it'll be all good. We're going to run a little bit of glue across here just to glue the belly band. And I have to make for sure that that lines up okay. And that that's where I want it. Then I'm going to bring this one up, put a little glue down here, and make sure that this Goes under where I want it. Okay, so that's our belly band. Hopefully my paper still goes under there. Yes, so I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so on my top, I'm going to just set my flap where I want it, and I'm going to glue this to it. Then I can flip this back, and we have journal space there. We'll have journal space under here. Down here in my bottom, I'm going to just glue the two sides of this flap to my pocket. Then I'll glue my two sides to glue my pocket down. You don't have to glue across the bottom because it's glued on the other page. So we have a little tuck here and we have a pocket here. And on the bottom of this, we're going to have another little tuck spot. So I'm going to go glue across down the sides and across the bottom. And I just cut this out of the paper that the cat's was on. Let me see. Seems like I'm supposed to have another little piece, maybe. No, that's just the little tag. I'm looking at my pictures to make sure I put everything where it's supposed to be. All right, so these little guys are going to go down here. Aren't they cute? Love kittens. And then these two guys, you can journal on them, are going to go up here in the little tuck spot. And then we have this card. It's just the paper, but this is a journal card, and it's going to go down in here. And I'm going to put a little topper on it. So hopefully I didn't lose everybody through that. And this little topper is also in the ephemera kit. So that's going to go down in there. So, and then that will also help hold that flap down. If we don't push it clear down in too far, that'll help hold that flap down. And then we can just lift it up, journal, journal, journal. Put it back down. We have our other little guys here to journal on. So that's cute. That turned out good. All right. Now over here, and I'm going to run my ruler under here just to make for sure that I'm leaving myself enough space for my paper. Otherwise, I'll have to trim it. This is one of them fold outs where it's just accordion folded. It's just tea dye or coffee dyed paper. And then I just put one of these on for decoration. And that's going to go under our belly band. And yes, I'm going to have to trim it just a little bit. Not too much though. And then I'll just re-ink it and redo the corners. Let me see what my other ones look like. Oh, there we go. Just knocked my glue stick on the floor. And this didn't round very good, so we'll just round this a little bit more. And we didn't have that one rounded, so we're not going to round that one anymore. Okay. Well, that made sense. It wasn't rounded, so we're not going to round it anymore. All right. So now it should fit good. Yes, it does. Then on our belly band, we're going to decorate it a little bit. I'm just going to leave it stick out a little so we know it's there. I thought about putting a tab on it. Now we're going to have a pocket down here. I like using these for pockets. Let me close up my ink. And then we're going to have a pocket up here. So I'm going to glue the 3 sides. I'm staying up away from the bottom a little bit. I messed my desk up. All right, let's see. Now in these pockets, I just put a index card for extra journaling. Between the pockets you can journal, and then you can journal on the index card. So I'll put that one about there. You can add a little bit more paper to these pockets. They're still pretty good size. So that one has lines on it, but I'm going to put them in like that. Okay. So there's that, and then our journal card or our journal paper, our fold out. All right, now on this page, now wait a minute. Let's do, before we do this page, let's do this pocket so I don't forget the pocket. I have another piece of the cardstock. And I rounded the corners that was going down in the bag. So we're going to set that down in there. And it's the same as I used in the front. And I made 2 tags to go in there. One I cut off of the cat paper, just put a little side thing on it. And the other one, I cut the guitars and wreaths in half and put on that one. So these are big journal cards, so you can do a lot of journaling on there. And that one will go in the front, and this one will go in the back. Do I already have something in there? No. Where am I at here? Here we are. Okay. So that's a nice big pocket for journal cards, and you could stick other stuff down in there also. So now we'll go to this page. I should have put something on here. I could always turn them over that way so you see the lines, but that's okay. We're done with that one. Now on this page, we're going to have a pocket. And this is what it looks like. It just has some music paper, music notes on it. It matches one of the backgrounds. And I'm going to glue it on here. Glue the 3 sides. And I just used crochet cotton thread to sew my signature in. Okay, so there's that pocket. Now, I just used coffee dyed paper as little journal cards or journal papers that we're going to put in there. And on the cards, I'm going to put one of these down here, the little rope with the flowers. So you'll be able to journal on the front and back of each of these. And then I'll put this little topper on. Tab, whatever you want to call it. And then on this one, we're going to put the other little rope and flowers. Make sure I put them right side up. We'll just set that down in there. And we'll put this little tab topper on this one. There's that. And then these will go down inside of the pocket. And when you take your journal cards out, you can write a little on here, you can write a little down here, you can write on the envelope. So that's a nice big pocket. Now I didn't think of anything to dress the pocket up with, but I have this extra pair of cowboy boots, so I'm going to put these right down here at the bottom. I knew if I set them there, I would find some place to put them. So there, that just dresses up that pocket a little bit. Now before we put these in here, I want to work on this side. Now what I'm going to do on this page is going to be a little bit more involved, I guess you could say. I'm going to make a waterfall. So I have all of these pieces that I'm going to put on the little waterfall cards. Lots of cats. And I'm going to have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to have 7 flips. So I'm not going to do all of this on film because that would just take way too long, or on camera. So I can glue the very first one on, and then I'm going to go off and I'm going to finish them. And then I'll come back and show them to you. And the size of my waterfall pieces are, let me slide this down here a little bit, about 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. Yeah, about 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. And my mats are 3 1/4 by 3. So the mats will sit like that. So I'll go ahead and glue one on. And I'm going to go off. And then I'll come back and show it to you. I'll get it done a whole lot faster if I'm not just sitting and yakking. So that's going to be our first flap. Okay? So we'll be back shortly. Okay. Well, that was fun. Well, now I have to tell you, this was my, I'm thinking this was my first waterfall I ever made. So it's not as fancy as everybody else's, but I think it turned out all right for, you know, the first time. I just glued it onto a piece of not really heavy cardstock, but a little bit heavier. And this is how I matted it. Now, I don't know how everybody else does it, but this is what I did. I figure on the back of them, if you want to journal or put a picture, and where they're separated, I added the little piece of paper in. Just kind of matted them with the cowboy boots and the kitty cats. And then on the very last one, I just matted it with an extra piece of paper just to cover that up. I glued my ribbon to the back of these. I'm just going to glue it down on my page. And then my ribbon will be my closure for it. I'll have to just work on it a little bit. Try a few different little things, like see how everybody makes their waterfalls. I've seen them done where you put the little strip of paper between each flap. And I've seen it where they've kind of overlapped the flaps. So, not really sure. So we'll just have to try it and see. So anyways, this is my first one. And I'm just going to kind of put it in the center of the bag. Kind of press down on it. I glued this on with Fabri-Tac. Figured that would be heavier holding, better holding power. So what do you think? Some of these aren't perfect. Some of them I had to trim, but it's all in learning. Okay. So then we're just going to tie a loose bow around it. And I did the yellow because a lot of the stuff in here is yellow. Well, I'm not the best bow tire. So the ribbon probably will have to stay twisted a little bit. And I might just have to trim that off a little bit. So we're going to finish by sticking our stuff in this pouch. And again, we have the same cardstock. So seeing how we go from the front to the back, I'm going to put the glitter part to the front. And then I did the same thing on these two cards. Just did the guitars and the wreaths and the cats. And that's how we're going to end our video today. So if you liked my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what you think of it so far. So until the next video, everyone, whatever that might be, happy crafting. Bye for now.